Never disclose your current salary in an interview. In case you're watching me for the first time, I am Tess Newman and I help individuals accelerate their careers by getting a job or a promotion in less than 90 days. Let's look at why you shouldn't disclose your salary details in an interview and what you should do instead. So when you don't disclose your salary details, you preserve negotiation power. Disclosing your current salary may limit your negotiation power. If your current salary is lower than what the employer is willing to offer, revealing it might lead to a lower initial offer. By keeping your salary confidential, you maintain the opportunity to negotiate a fair and competitive compensation package based on your skills, your experience, and the market value of the position. So what should you do? If the interviewer insists on knowing your current salary, politely deflect the question by stating that you prefer to focus on the value you bring to the role and discuss salary expectations based on the responsibilities and the requirements of the position. The other reason is, when you don't disclose of your current salary, you are avoiding anchoring bias. Disclosing your current salary can trigger anchoring bias, where employers base their offer on your current earnings rather than the true value you bring to the position. This can potentially limit your earning potential and perpetuate any existing wage gaps or disparities. So, by keeping your current salary private, you allow the employer to evaluate your candidacy based on your qualifications and the market value of the role. What should you do instead? Politely explain that you are open to discussing a fair and competitive salary based on their budget, responsibilities, and requirements of the position, as well as your skills and experience. So number 3 is maintaining privacy. Your salary is considered personal and confidential information. Sharing it unnecessarily may compromise your privacy and put you at a disadvantage during negotiations. It is important to protect your financial information and share it only when it aligns with your negotiation strategy. So what should you do instead? Express your understanding that salary discussions are important, but emphasize your preference to focus on the alignment between your qualifications and the position's requirements rather than the specific numbers at this stage of the interview process. The other reason is to challenge unfair wage practices. Salary history disclosure perpetuates the cycle of unequal pay, especially for marginalized groups. By refusing to disclose your current salary, you contribute to the movement towards fair and transparent compensation practices, which promote pay equity and address historical wage gaps. So what should you do? Share your commitment to equitable compensation and emphasize that you prefer to discuss a salary range that aligns with industry standards and the responsibilities of the position. And lastly, if you don't disclose your current salary, you help in focusing on the value and you being a fit. The main focus of the interview process should be assessing the value you can potentially bring to the organization and determining the alignment between your skills, experience, and the requirements of the role. Discussing your current salary can divert attention away from these crucial aspects and shift the conversation towards a potentially biased evaluation. What should you do instead? Emphasize your enthusiasm for the role, your relevant accomplishments, and your ability to contribute to the success of the organization. Redirect the conversation towards your potential impact and the value you can bring to the position and the organization as a whole. And if they still insist, give them tentative figures between this and this. Don't forget that it's essential to handle such situations professionally and respectfully. By tactfully navigating these conversations, you can maintain your negotiation power and ensure fair compensation based on your qualifications and the market value of that position. Now, this is to employers. If you don't have a budget, why are you hiring? Anyway, been asked this question by an employer or a recruiter, what was your response? I would like to know what your response was in the comments below. And if you need any support to get hired or promoted in less than 90 days, drop me a message here.